Welcome to Homework Lib.
Hi, so for this type of problems, the first step that we need to take is to calculate the amount of mole that we have of each of the species. In this case, let's begin with propanoic acid. Uh, 3OOH. We need to know the amount of mole, and in order to do it, we're going to multiply the concentration times the volume, right? So, and of this compound, it is going to be 0.1 molar times the corresponding value in liters. In this case, it's 40 milliliters. So 0.00 times 10 to the minus 3. This gives us the result of 4 times 10 to the minus 3 mole of acid. Okay. Next up, we added a certain amount of NaOH. So, and also let's consider that NaOH, it is going to completely dissociate in water, and we're going to end up with having OH ions, right? So the concentration for that is we added an amount of 26.5 times 10 to the minus 3 liters, and liters. So this is going to give us 2.65 times 10 to the minus 3 mole of OH minus. Okay, so the next step that we need to take is calculating the amount of acid and of acetate that is going to be generated. So let's go to our useful equation. Actually, I'm going to try to write down like this. 1, 2, 3 plus OH minus, that is in aqueous solution. This propanoic acid is also in aqueous solution, and this is going to generate the propanoid anion plus water liquid and aqueous. Okay, so we go with our ice table. The initial amount of mole that we have for the propanoic acid is 4 times 10 to the minus 3. Now we have a lower amount of the OH ion, 2.65 times 10 to the minus 3, and we have 0 of both of them. The amount of change that we are going to have in moles, it is going to be equal to the amount that reacted. So the change, it is going to be 2.65 times 10 to the minus 3, 2.65 times 10 to the minus 3 with a minus. And at equilibrium, we're going to end up with 1.35 times 10 to the minus 3. This is all in mole. Okay. Here we have a one-to-one relationship in between the OH and propanoic acid that reacted. So the change in this case, it is going to be the same with a plus. And at the equilibrium, we end up with 2.65 times 10 to the minus 3. And we are going to assume that all of the OH reacted, so we're going to end up with amount of 0. Okay, so with this we can calculate the concentrations for each of the ions that we have after we added the OH. So that concentration, it is going to be depending on the final volume. So we started with 40 milliliters, we added 26.5 milliliters, so we have 66.5 milliliters, or 6.65 times 10 to the minus 2 liters. Okay, so with this, our concentration of propanoic acid, it is going to be 1.35 times 10 to the minus 3 divided by that final volume. This is mole, this is liter, and we end up with 0.0203 molar. Here we're going to keep the how many significant figures we're going to take. Well, since we have our concentration up to 4 significant figures, we need to take the same amount, 4. That is also equivalent in case of the volume, since you have 2 significant figures in terms of milliliters, that corresponds to 4 in terms of liters. So everything matches up. And the same thing for the propanoid. Here I'm going to skip the calculation and just give the direct result. And our concentration in this case, it is going to be 0.0398 molar. Okay, so that is going to give us the concentrations after we have added the NaOH to our solution. Okay, so now with this taken into account, we can proceed and calculate the actual pH of our solution in the following way. We are going to now consider the reaction of the propanoic acid with water that is going to produce the hydronium ion in aqueous solution plus a certain amount of acetate that I'm going to write down again, O minus. Okay, so let's go again with our ice table. In this case, we're going to do it in concentration, in molarity, because we already have the concentrations for each of them. So for the propanoic acid, we know that the starting concentration is 0.0203. We know that the concentration of the propanoid, it is going to be 0.0398. And the amount that is going to react, it is going to be X. We have again a one-to-one relationship. So we're going to generate a plus X of hydrogen ion, and we're going to have another plus X in the amount of propanoid. So in this case, this now means that we have 0.0203 minus X at equilibrium, we have X at equilibrium, and we have 0.0398 plus X at equilibrium. Now, if we write down our acidity constant, let's remember that this is the concentration of H3O plus times the concentration of our conjugate base, in this case, the propanoid anion, divided by the concentration of our propanoic acid. Okay, so we can replace here the values. We're going to have X 0.0398 plus X, and down here we're going to have 0.0203 minus X. Now, we know that our value for Ka it's equal to 1.3 times 10 to the minus 5. So we know that this acid dissociates very little. So we know that the amount of X, it is going to be very small. And the value for X will be small. Okay, if X it is going to be small, what is going to happen is that on this part, this is going to be approximately 0.0398. And down here, this is going to become approximately 0.0203. Okay? That is just one approximation, and we are going to verify that that result it is going to be true. So with that approximation, our value for Ka it's equal to x times 0.0398 molar divided by 0.0203 molar. Thus, we can solve for x, right? The value for x that we're going to get is 6.63 times 10 to the minus 6 molar. Okay. So now with this result, this is equal to the concentration of H+. Thus, we can calculate the pH as minus the logarithm of that answer, right? So minus logarithm of x gives us 5.178, which is 5.18 in terms of pH. And that would be our final answer.